What's going on, folks? Welcome to another video, codename Loveone. I'm watching this Open Your Reality with this lady, and usually I'd make all kinds of judgments, and obviously he's a reptilian and a shill. That goes without saying. He's skating around the real fucking issues. However, what I have noticed, and whether this is part of the agenda, with disclosure, they have agents. And they use these agents for disclosure of various topics. Of the conspiracy theory truth community is massively infiltrated. So if they want you to know something, they will use their truth community to expose it, right? It's that simple. However, moving on to the topic of the video, I like what this lady is saying. She's making some good points, actually. She's not beating about the bush, mate. She obviously knows what's up. So she's talking about Draco, Archon, Enki. She said, actually, Enki, Lucifer, and his son, Marduk, Satan, right? Obviously, Enki and Enlil were the two brothers that fell out. Enlil, I thought, was the bad one. Obviously, Enki is an anagram of Nike, which literally is on everyone's t-shirt. And we know that Lucifer is worshipped by all the religions, Freemasonry, etc., etc. So, back to the loosh harvesting. This is negative energies, but this also comes in forms of paying attention, paying with your attention. Also, busyness, business. Oh, I'm a businessman. I'm in business. Are you really? You're into busyness. Well, I'm not. Sorry. I'm not into being busy all the time. It's a fucking trap, right? Busyness. They want you busy, mate, because they don't want you waking up. They don't want you going within. They don't want you to have time to meditate. They don't want you to take time in nature. They want you in busyness. Well, I've got to make money. I've got to pay the mortgage. I've got to pay the bills. Yeah, it's a trap. I've got to pay all the bills in my house. Trap, 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 trap. Right, I've known this for about 12 years. So, let's listen to her point on busyness. Now, I saw something on, I flicked on the TV, mate. I've been watching some old movies. There is some good shit on the TV, like older movies in the 80s and some older sitcoms and stuff, like pre-90s. Quite fun to watch. Do you know what I mean? It's interesting to see a different world back then. So anyway, in the adverts, it was all like, start your business today. Start your business today. Build your website with, I think it was GoDaddy or something. Build your website today. Let AI build your website. And start your business. Start your busyness. And you know, what I'm hearing is start your busyness. They want you in. Pay your taxes. Work, work, work. Be a slave. Now, she's saying here, it doesn't matter if you work for yourself. That's the illusion, mate. Actually, and I've done this. I've run my own business. Had my own limited company, mate. Corporate entertainment, working for some of the biggest clients in the world, in London. HSBC, Barclays, L'Oreal. You know, as a mobile entertainment provider, a DJ. Essentially, I would bring all my equipment, set up the lights, set up my sound system, and all the fucking workers and the drunk lawyers for all the biggest law firms and blah blah blah. You know, let their hair down for fucking 6 hours, right? So, and that's what I used to do prior to waking up, from about 2006 to about 2012, 13, something like that. Anyway, I've even opened Poundland. Would you believe it? I opened Poundland in Guildford. Yeah. I was in the shop window as a DJ to all the passers-by in the street, and I was seen by some of my DJ friends. You know, it's just work, mate. It's a job. It was just work. So there you go. I've run my own business. I've also had a recording studio. But enough about me. Let's talk about louche energy and busyness. The world of busyness. Let's see what she has to say here.
None of us were never meant to do these things. Each other and putting the minds on things that are absolutely ruthless and have no real purpose or use. So,
yeah, well, I can contest to that, being I'm in my 50s, that we used to walk home from school and have conversations. Nobody was looking at a screen. And we would make plans. We didn't need the internet. We would just say, we're going to meet in the backyard, in this backyard, in 20 minutes, and we're going to play football today, or we're going to play baseball. And then we would play until it was dinner time. We'd go home. And if it was more like towards the winter, we would just, that's it. You know, we would go upstairs and do our homework, and that was it. If it was summertime, it was still light out, we'd come back down after dinner and play. And our parents just knew that we were in the neighborhood.
Traumatized, or when the human soul experiences intense emotional and or physical pain. Louche is often described as an emotional energy, and that's because it is. It's particularly an energy that is generated, and it is generated supernaturally. It's not like we can see the energy being filtered from us, but it is being filtered when we go through intense experiences. And what a lot of people don't realize is that louche energy is inside every living and non-living thing, and it's also inside animals. So excuse me, allergies. So whenever you're depressed, angry, or sad, when you're feeling loneliness, when you're feeling fearful, worried, you are emitting supernaturally. It is supernaturally taken from you, louche energy. And it's what Enki and Marduk and their reptilians and archons and draconians, that's what they feed off of, because that's their food. Just like we can't live without apples, bananas, oatmeal, cereal, but they can't live without that louche energy. It also comes when you are slaving over jobs. I see people saying, well, I work for myself. Well, no, there's no one on this planet who works for themselves. Even if you have your own business, you're still working for someone else, because of the fact that you still have to answer to the law. So you still have to answer to the person who gave you that business license. So you're still working for someone else. You have just been given the illusion that you're working for yourself. So even with you working and having your own business, and which means you're working for someone else, that is a emittance of louche energy. Paying bills, mortgages, rent, which we were never meant to do. None of us were never meant to do these things. But it was implemented here on this earth so that louche energy can be taken from it. Even having the urge to buy, spend. In the film They Live, they showed this perfectly, how the sign said buy and consume. And buying and consuming is a form of louche energy, because when you're buying, you're taking away something that was given to you to get something that you need, that you really wouldn't have to need if everything in this world was free the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a free universe.
I like that. I like the last bit. It's all free, mate. Right? It's free. Everyone just didn't get the memo. Think about that. Everything's free, mate. Right? You just didn't get the memo. Right? If you're stuck down in low vibrational fucking I'm asleep in the matrix, blah, 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 then you don't know everything's free. The food is free, mate. The air you breathe is free. The spring water that comes out of the ground is free. Right? The apples on the trees are free. You can make apple jam. You can make... Right, the wheat in the field. Oh, but the farmer has to sow it. And yes, but he shouldn't be selling it, mate. right? It's all free, dude. Yeah? You don't think the government couldn't subsidise every farm on this earth to grow free food for everyone? Come on, mate. Really? Instead, they've tricked everyone, and you go into your fucking local Tesco's and you pay, you know, money for broccolis and fucking bananas and stuff. It's all free. It's all free, mate. And that really is the truth. And anyone denying that truth is a fucking fool, is a moron, and is part of the problem. They're actually indoctrinating you into slavery, mind control. They have been mind controlled themselves. Oh, but no, someone had to make that. Someone had to grow that. You must pay. Yeah, it's fucking all insured, mate. You know, everything in that fucking shopping mall is insured. So they don't lose any money, ever, if you take something. Now, going back to working for yourself, again, a very good point. She's just saying, no one actually works for themselves. Now, there are exceptions for the rule, right? You could be an exceptional artist. You could make beautiful jewellery, and you just want to do that 40 hours a week. And you found some wonderful way where people actually want to pay money for it. So why not sell it? Yeah? Fantastic. And you can make some money to, you know, get what you need, whether that be fuel, heating, you know, wood for the fire, whatever. It should all be free, but it's not, because unfortunately humanity's back to front. The world's upside down, mate. It used to be all free at one point before the parasites came along. Imagine the difference if everything was free. You know, all these people going to work every day. If it was all free, think about that. That would all grind to a halt. The system would grind to a fucking halt. That's what they don't want. People to be free, mate. Yeah? Anyway, let's listen what else she says.
So buying and spending is a form of louche energy. Louche energy comes from division. This is why there are so many wars and fighting between Americans. Is because of the fact that through that fighting, it comes, out comes louche energy. And so louche energy, it is a very real substance that is emitted from us. And again, we can't see it. It's not like if we break out into tears, we're going to see it being emitted from us. No, we can't see it, but it is being extracted from us supernaturally, and it is going to NT and his crew. So
yeah, I get that. I guess when you think about it, I try to break things down to the most basic principles, and we as human beings, as animals on this planet, we're similar to other animals. We can build shelter, hunt for food.
This guy's a fucking moron, by the way. We're similar to animals on this planet. First of all, it's not a fucking planet. And number two, I am not similar to animals, mate. Yeah? The guy's a fucking moron. And I'm not going to go into the reasons why, but it's just not true. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Working for yourself in busyness. Congratulations. You fell for the fucking trick.